Going rogue once again, better get the plans ready. My hand steady on the trigger, you may fire when ready. I bedaught on the mic, smiling at the chaos. This force is with me, give me one day, I'll come back like a...
What's up everybody, Shadow Ninja here, and welcome back to another Rage Quit video as we talk about Star Wars Battlefront 2 yet again. And this is a different type of video than what we're used to on the channel. I know I've done what needs to be changed videos in Battlefront 2. I've made like a million of those. But now, instead of doing that, I would like to take this time out and maybe after every significant update that DICE comes out with, like maybe a new map or new skins, or say like what we just had, the Droideka and the reinforcements and stuff, I would like to take this time out to do a different segment of the state of Battlefront 2, the state of the game, so to speak, and what's good about the game so far, what's bad about the game. I'm going to get into all that, and it's not just for the new players that are thinking about coming back. No, it is just a recap of how the game has changed since the update came out. Obviously, the Droideka came out in the game, and it's pretty cool, but I can't help but feel like it's a little bit underpowered. And yes, I know a lot of people have said this, the Droideka's underpowered! Oh my god, I can't do anything! Well, I wanted to debug this thing for myself, and in Capital Supremacy, I took 5 chances of being the Droideka, and I rolled around, and I got like 1 or 2 kills on AI bots a piece before maybe a hero would come in, or an ARC Trooper. ARC Troopers are very powerful against the Droideka. They can knock out your shield in little to no time and do away with you. And I think that the roll animation for the Droideka is pretty okay, but I only think what needs to be buffed for the Droideka so far is the damage with the guns, because man, those things cannot hit anything, or cannot do any damage. And the shield. I thought the shield was going to be like a force to be reckoned with. In the original Battlefront 2s, you see a Droideka rolling up on you, and you have to pray to God that you kill that thing before it pops its shield up, because once it does, there's no stopping it. I didn't necessarily want it to be like this in Battlefront 2. I wanted it to be a little more balanced, but it feels like the Heavy's personal shield is a little bit more powerful than the Droideka's reinforcement shield, and that's a little bit of a letdown. But otherwise, I think the Droideka's awesome. I thought maybe we were going to get some new star cards, but no. This Droideka falls under the Enforcer class, which I was not expecting. So I already have the dude maxed out, and I guess it doesn't really change the Droideka too much, because I thought maybe they swapped out that 1 star card for the Enforcer, where it was like the range of the explosive from 80%. Now it's like a weird star card which works like the ARC Trooper and the Commando Droid. When somebody shoots you, they get marked and you can see them now. I thought maybe they were going to make a little bit more of a Droideka Sentry star card, where maybe it gives the Droideka a little bit more on the shield or a little bit more health, but I guess you already have the maximum health star card. But the Droideka is in my opinion. I think he looks cool, he rolls cool, and he just looks amazing and he sounds amazing. But gameplay-wise, he is lacking a little bit. I know the developers went out and said that they're not thinking about buffing the Droideka anytime soon, and they like where it's at. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, we move on to the TX-130, and I think that thing is a monster. Easily, you can, by yourself, in the TX-130, you can take out a bunch of different separatist tanks. You can take out maybe 3 or 4 at once. I mean, this thing has an ion shot similar to the ATTE on Geonosis in Galactic Assault, and you can just alt-fire it. You can destroy the tanks. You have like an infantry turret where it shoots a rapid machine gun, and I'm not sure what the other ability does. I really didn't play it that much, but when I did, I dominated, and it felt a little bit overpowered. I definitely think that in order for the Separatists to now be able to be on par with the clone tank, they need a little bit buff to their tank as well. Let's move on to Heroes vs. Villains. I know I haven't really talked about Heroes vs. Villains since the target system was just basically neutered in that game, and now it's Hero Blast, as everybody's been wanting since Battlefront 2015. And I think that the game is pretty cool, but you definitely know the heroes that are overpowered. For instance, I know I'm going to be very controversial when I say this, but Kylo Ren, oh my god, dude. Kylo Ren is such a force to be reckoned with. The dude freezes you, he uses his frenzy, and there's no stopping him. Sometimes I feel like he's a little bit overpowered, but I know, as I said before, it's going to be a controversial topic because Kylo Ren's been bad for so long, and now all of a sudden he's good. What? Maybe it's just me not being able to get used to how Kylo Ren works now, and I haven't even played him since forever. But I definitely feel like he is now a force to be reckoned with, and Anakin is very kind of like underpowered now. And it all has to do with the socialism of Battlefront 2. Whenever you see Anakin in Heroes vs. Villains, your instinct is to just go after him because you think that he's overpowered. But in reality, he's fairly balanced with the other heroes. But the only reason why he is kind of underpowered now is because of the social of Battlefront 2, that stigma that every time you see Anakin, you have to go right for him, and it is hell for Anakin players. Especially if you don't like using Retribution or Heroic Might or any of his cheesy moves, it's very hard to get up and close and deal a lot of damage when all the heroes on the enemy side are getting up in your face and doing lots of damage. And I gotta say, Heroes vs. Villains is not a bad mode by any means. I actually think that it's well thought out, and them taking out the target system mode is actually a really good idea and a really good thing for Heroes vs. Villains. It's what people have been wanting for so long, but there's just so many noobs in Heroes vs. Villains, man. I get in a lobby and I cannot play a single game without any of my teammates getting together and coordinating. And I think that fails severely. Team play fails severely in Battlefront 2 because of the fact that there is no mic communication. Unless you're in a party or unless you're in a squad with one of your friends, you can't hear anybody on the mic. And I think that, it's to negate haters and to negate all these trolls that go on the mic and they start cussing you out for no reason, and to negate all of the toxic players. But at the same time, when you have a team-centric game mode, such as Heroes vs. Villains, where all different characters have all different unique abilities, and it is crucial for your teammates to stick together and operate as one. Yeah, I think that if you don't have a mic and you don't have any way of communicating with your teammates outside of emoting, maybe, it hurts the game mode severely. And I think that maybe if they just put a mic system in, a communication system with your mics just for that game mode even, I think that would be good. Or maybe you just have a mic system with the people in your squad. Since considering Heroes vs. Villains is only 4v4, a squad is made up of 4 people, it would be no problem anyway. I know I touched a little bit on Heroes vs. Villains. I thought the game mode is fairly balanced other than a couple heroes here and there, but it's just things that they're going to change, and not to mention the fact that we're going to get a passive health on kill ability without being able to use your star cards. And I know that has been a really requested thing for all heroes, considering the original Battlefront 2 had that ability for all the heroes. If you got kills for all the heroes, whether it be Chewbacca, Leia, Ki-Adi-Mundi, or Aayla Secura, if you got a kill, you got health back, partially because your health was always draining in Conquest. But anyways, yeah, that is a really good change that is hopefully going to come out soon. And I know a couple of the changes regarding Bosk's jump, General Grievous's jump, and the BX Commando's jump is going to be tweaked. I know the BX Commando jumps super high in the Clone Wars animated show, and he doesn't really in this game. And I know it's not really that big of a deal. I really don't care about the jumps, to be honest, but it is a significant change which is coming, I guess. I don't know whether they're going to tweak Bosk's and Grievous's jump. I think they're all pretty okay. I think the BX Commando, if they wanted to do anything, was just fix the jump. Not a whole big deal, in my opinion. Let's get into Capital Supremacy. It was crashing a lot of people's systems, considering that Naboo came out and for some reason it was sending everybody back to the lobby. I know I had an experience myself where I jumped into a lobby on Naboo trying to capture gameplay for the previous video, and I was just in a complete empty lobby. I was on the Starship game mode, and I was just running around the interior not knowing what to do because no one was there. I think that is only because the game is probably not used to the new map, and it's very similar to the glitch we had when Capital Supremacy first came out in Geonosis, where it was mistaking the bots as real players, and since the bots can't ready up, the game never started. Yeah, it was crashing all of everybody's games, and it was really unfortunate because I had to kind of go back and redo the whole footage and stuff. It just crashed my game, it did an error code, and that was super annoying. But as a result, they increased the ground phases reinforcement cap to 100, and I have to say, guys, this makes Capital Supremacy's ground phase that much longer, and it's really satisfying because you actually feel like you're actually spending a lot of time on the ground. As before, I thought, it was just a little bit too short, and if your enemy team or if your team was dominating the battlefield, taking all the command posts, the game mode could be over severely, very quickly. And the Capital Ship game mode is kind of boring in my opinion because it's literally just the same thing every single match, and it's really the ground phase that changes every match. But as a result of the ground phase being changed only temporarily, the capital ship phase has been changed, and now the attacking side gets a lot of reinforcements, and their time to blow up the objective is lessened very drastically. It takes maybe a good 20 seconds to blow up one objective, and there's not a whole lot of time to run and capture it. So whenever either your enemy goes up or your team goes up, you know that whoever goes up into the starship is going to win that battle, unless the enemy team is really good. I think that if they wanted to keep the ground phase even longer and the capital ship phase even shorter, I think that this change should be permanent, because everybody wants to play on the ground phase. Everyone wants to play Conquest. That's what people have been wanting for years, ever since Battlefront 2015. Where's Conquest? Where's Conquest? And now we finally got it, but now it's short-lived because you only get up to 50 reinforcements, and then you go up into the capital ship. I think if they really wanted to make Capital Supremacy a really good game mode that everybody can stick around, they just have a long ground phase and a short ship phase. That's just as simple as that. It's not like you're going up in the ships and you're in a ship and you're dogfighting and you're destroying the outer layer of the capital ships, and then you go inside on your own accord and blow up shit from the inside like the original game. No, it just becomes a glorified rush at that point. And at that point, you know, you're all fighting real people, and that rush that you get from killing the bots and feeling badass is kind of gone, because then you just start dying. And since the close quarters combat does get hectic, heroes are everywhere on the map. There's 2 per side, and whether you have Bosk or you have Yoda or Darth Maul or any hero that can do a large amount of damage within a short amount of time, yeah, it gets a little annoying sometimes. But that's basically it for Capital Supremacy. I think the mode is great so far. They're doing a great job with that, and I cannot wait for Felucia. And I'm crossing my fingers that with Felucia, we also get a couple of new heroes. I'm speculating that maybe we get Ahsoka, Ventress, as I said before, Padme, or Zem Wessel, or something. But yeah, Capital Supremacy so far is a really solid game mode, and with the ground phase being a little bit longer, the games definitely drag on in a good way. I want it to feel like, you know, we're getting to the point where in Capital Supremacy, the ground phase is getting so long that I almost want it to be over, and then bam, it just is. And then when you go up to the capital ship, the game is over, because the objectives are so short in their detonation that it requires little to no effort to win whoever's attacking. And last but not least, we're going to talk about skins. I know the new skins came out, and they're pretty great, and I've been waiting for a certain skin for a very long time, the Clone Scout. You guys know I bitched and raved about that skin for as long as the game has been out. I know they've done pretty great with the clone skins so far, and honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think we have enough clone skins at this point. I think if they wanted to further the customization, I know they've been talking about more hero skins. Now, I would really like the original trilogy characters to have some more skins, like Luke and Han. I know Han has one more appearance that I would like from him, and maybe Chewbacca skins. I would definitely like some Darth Vader skins, Darth Maul, some characters that haven't gotten skins yet. I would definitely like them to have more skins. And, of course, I would like the Rebels to have just a little bit more alien heads that they can use. And, of course, the Stormtroopers. I know in the past we've had Shock Troopers, which we have now. Shadow Troopers. I really want to see those things come back from Battlefront 2015 because, believe it or not, I really like those. Scarif Troopers and everything. Yeah, those skins were pretty good just as long as you don't have the helmet of Stormtroopers. Please. But anyways, guys, I think that the customization is great right now. I think the Clone Trooper skins, it's just enough to tide us over. And maybe with the exception of a couple more skins, I would really like it if they just buckled down and focused more on the hero skins now. And, of course, please give us some more weapons for our classes. Please. But anyways, guys, that has been the state of the game. Right now, if you're thinking about coming back and you're not really sure, definitely come back, because the game is so much better than it was, and now there's going to be a new PvE mode coming out, and I just heard that the developers deconfirmed it. It's not going to be a horde mode. So whether it's going to be an instant action, or you can do it with co-op, I don't know. Whether it's just going to be multiplayer maps with AI, I don't know. But I really hope that it's something memorable and something instant action-like, so that all the players, even when offline is done and nobody plays it online anymore, they can come back to the PvE mode and still have fun. But anyways, guys, this has been the state of Star Wars Battlefront 2. As I said before, if you're thinking about coming back, definitely come back. Or if you haven't played it, definitely try it out. There's no more loot boxes. There's no more controversy. The Droideka controversy's over because we have this dude now. But anyways, just come back. Give it a shot. I mean, you don't even have to play the campaign mode because it's not even that good. Still, campaign still sucks. But anyways, guys, as I said before, this has been the state of Battlefront 2. Pretty good so far. Just a couple more things they could tweak. I don't know, minor things like maybe a lock-on mode for hero versus hero combat when it comes to lightsabers like Dark Souls, because I know it gets annoying when you're swinging and your character's swiveling around you and you can't keep track or you're hitting the wrong person. simple stuff like that, but now it's becoming minor things that they can change rather than big things. I haven't really seen that many glitches as far as heroes are concerned, or infantry, or the tanks, or the droideka. I've seen a couple small little glitches, but not enough to break my immersion. But guys, this has been State of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Stay tuned for more Rage Quit content in the future. If you did like this video, make sure you press that blue thumbs up like. It definitely helps out a whole lot, and it increases the morale for Rage Quit so we can continue to grow and expand. If you're new to the channel and haven't even considered subscribing yet, what the hell are you doing, man? Subscribe. Stay tuned for more Rage Quit content and become part of the community, man. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, more State of Battlefront 2s, maybe after every significant update, as I've suggested before in the beginning of this video, go in the comments right now and either say yes, you want it, or no, you don't want it. And if you want it, tell me why, and if no, tell me why as well. But guys, I am Shadow Ninja. You've just watched a Rage Quit video about the State of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Thank you for watching again, and as always, I will see you on the next one.